It's wild card playoff week, but more importantly, it's this channel's subscriber appreciation week. In recognition of our YouTube subscribers, this week we have an NFL playoff pick show, DFS shows, and not one, but two free contests for our YouTube subscribers to win real money. We'll give you all of the details coming up next. Hello, everyone. I'm Eric Lee with the Fantasy Football Consultants. We're going to talk about the conclusion of a very exciting NFL Survivor poll. But first, I want to talk about Subscriber Appreciation Week. So, as a kid, my favorite week of the baseball season was when the Major League Baseball teams ended the season with Subscriber Appreciation Week. Had a bunch of fun activities they knew their fans would like, and it was really great. It's in that tradition that here at Fantasy Football Consultants that we have Subscriber Appreciation Week. We want to thank each and every one of our near 8,000 subscribers. And being a subscriber is the best way to support this channel. It's free, and we never ask our viewers to support us monetarily. Just by being a subscriber really helps us. How? It helps us in the YouTube algorithm be seen by more viewers. And secondly, and probably more importantly, being a subscriber, once you reach a certain plateau, a channel, YouTube gives its creators a lot more tools, which allows us to give you viewers a better experience. It's not enough for us to just thank you with words. We want to do it with actions in this Subscriber Appreciation Week. And to get going, let's open up the mailbag.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone.
Well, let's see what's in the mail. What's this? A letter for me.
1-2 writes us, do a NFL against the spread show and give information why you should pick this team and why you should avoid. CJ Marino says, I love you all survivor tips, but you ever thought of maybe picking 3 or 4 against the spread picks each week? And Jay Weezy says, I think doing a few picks against the spread would be a nice added touch. Okay, we hear you guys. And in recognition of that, starting this week, we are going to do an NFL playoff spread pick show where all the playoff spread picks are analyzed. So we're going to have a weekly pick, not only this week, but for every playoff week up to the Super Bowl. And we will give you in each playoff game our winner pick and the against the spread pick. Now, I'm so excited to announce that my co-host for NFL Survivor, Michael Wiley, has agreed to co-host this show along with me. But why should Michael and I have all the fun? We want to get you guys involved. So we are doing a free spread picks contest for our subscribers with a prize pool of $100. A lot more details about the contest will be given in our very first NFL playoff spread pick show later this week. Back to the mailbag. Matt Garrett says, totally love FFC. I would like to see the DraftKings show come back. And Nate says, similarly, I would love to see you go back to a more detailed DK, cash, and GPP lineup. Well, in Subscriber Appreciation Week, we will have separate NFL DFS shows for DraftKings and a separate one for FanDuel. And in each show, we will produce a full cash lineup and a GPP lineup for that weekend's games. So more information on that coming up later this week. In addition, we have a DraftKings contest for our subscribers. Once again, free to enter, and once again, from a prize pool of $100. You say, I don't have a DraftKings account? No worries. Please use this link. It actually helps the show and supports the show, and it's absolutely no cost to you by going to DraftKings.com/r/fantasy consultant. When you sign up for that, then you can go to the link I will give you in our DraftKings show to go ahead and enter that contest. Now, you guys are watching this video, so I want to give you a little tip. The two contests that we are having, it will be beneficial to you to already be a subscriber and have the bell icon clicked. That way, you'll get notified when that show comes out. You can watch it immediately, get all the details to how to sign up for the free contest, because it is a limit to the number of people we are allowing to participate in the contest. Now, the other thing that will be beneficial is something that came out of this mailbag that Danny Hoffman writes. I think something you can implement to the channel is a live Q&A with the community, can ask questions live. That would be really cool. Danny, we agree, which is why Saturday, January 9th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 noon Eastern Time, we are going live on YouTube. If you have that bell icon clicked, you'll get a reminder when we're live, but you can just put a little reminder in your calendar, go to our YouTube channel, and you'll easily see us going live at that time. By the way, that is actually about 1 hour before the very first playoff game. Tons of things that we can talk about in that hour. We can talk about the different playoff matches. We can talk about any late news that would affect NFL DFS. We can also talk about the next thing on our list, the best NFL player tournament show, where we say, look, we want you to consider all the current players that played at least one down in the 2020 regular season and consider all those players at your prime. We narrowed it down to 16 people, and we're asking for you to vote in a head-to-head contest. For example, who is better, Pat Mahomes or Christian McCaffrey? Or for example, who is better, Julio Jones or Travis Kelce? Now, it's super easy to vote. Just go down to the pinned comment section of this video, and there'll be a link that takes you directly to the website, directly to the poll. It will take less than a minute. Please go ahead and do that. If you want to watch the show where we analyze each of the matchups, I'll put a link up at the top now where you can click on that show at the end of this broadcast. All right, everybody. The last mailbag that we wanted to talk about on this show is a couple of letters that really kind of touched me. First, Derek Wilson writes, thanks for an awesome NFL season. 2020 is hard for many of us, so anything to take this nation's mind off the death and the politics is a welcome sight. This year, which let's just face it, 2020 sucked. And the thought that the fact that because I was doing a show in a year that was sucked actually brightened people's lives is just an awesome feeling and very humbling. Thank you so much, Derek, for sharing that. That not only made my day when I read that, it made my week and my month. So really appreciate that. Another email I super appreciated was from Stephen Martin. Found your channel 3 seasons ago when you were at 50 subs. I admire, Eric, that you continue to grind out building the FFC community with so many other channels to compete against. Thanks, Stephen. What is so cool about still being a relatively small channel is that I recognize the names, if you have been commenting, that have been with us from the very beginning. And there's so many people, it's too hard to name them all here, but I want you guys to know I truly appreciate you. I appreciate all our subscribers, but I have a special place for the folks that have been with us from the very first season who've been participating in the comment section, providing that feedback. Much, much appreciated. All right, let's get to the results of our NFL Survivor Pool. We started with 269 competitors in this NFL Survivor Pool. We were down to just 7 at the beginning of week 17. And unfortunately, we lost Igor and Lonut because they put their faith in those Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
No, the Cowboys did not quite pull it out, but Igor and Lonut, you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. What a tremendous run that you had. Great job. But our 5 winners are Syken Taylor, Daniel Shublik, John Schropp, Laura Fusekis, and Brian DeWind. And I apologize ahead of time if I butchered the pronunciation of your name. Look, I will be in contact with each of the 5 winners. I have your email, and I'll make sure that you get your appropriate share of that big prize pool. All right, everybody. Thank you guys, all 269 of you who participated in the NFL Survivor Pool. Whether you last to the end or you were like me and went out in the very first round with the Colts over Jacksonville pick. Yeah, you know Jacksonville proceeded to lose 15 games after they knocked us out of the pool for half the pool that agreed with me and went with the Colts. Anyway, I'm over it, but thank you guys so much. If you have any questions for me, or maybe any suggestions about the channel, please leave it in the YouTube comment section. Also, you can do me a big favor if you just make it a habit all this week and throughout the playoffs. Anytime you see a video, just smash the like button. That really helps us out. All right, everybody, stay safe and stay tuned for what I think is going to be a very exciting week. Take care, everybody.